Hello, students. I understand that you are okay. So, in our lesson of today, let us look at pyramids. So, let's first of all name what a pyramid is. Okay. So, I believe that in your primary, you learned that a pyramid is a solid in which one of the faces is a polygonal base and the other slanting faces are triangles joined to the edges or sides of the base. Then the vertex where all the slanting faces meet is called the apex, which is opposite to the base, and the apex is not the same as the plane as the base. So let's try to see some of its parts. So like already I told you, this is what we call the apex. This point. Then this one, we call it the slant edge. Slant edge. And then this one, we call it the slant height. The slant height. Then, of course, this is the base. Then this one is the height. Now, in a pyramid, what we call a slant height is not the same as the height. When we say height, we mean the height of the whole pyramid. It goes all the way from the apex up to the center of the base. So that is what we call the height. But the slant height, it is the height of the face. The height of the face. So that's what we call the slant height, or in other words, the height of the triangle. Okay, I believe you have to get the difference between the two, height and the slant height, because as we move ahead to find the volume and the surface area, we need to use these two heights. So don't get confused. Okay, now the other important thing is to know how to name the pyramids. Okay, because pyramids appear in different shapes, but the name of the pyramid will depend on the base of that particular pyramid. Now, when you look at, let me call this A, I call this B, C, and D. Now, when you look at A, you see that the base is a triangle. The base is a triangle. So we will name it as a triangular pyramid. Triangular pyramid. Okay, let's go to B. You see that for B, the base is a square. The base is a square. So this one, we call it a square pyramid. Square pyramid. So if the base is a rectangle, we call it a rectangular pyramid. Okay, let's go to C. Look at the base. What polygon can you see? You see, it has got how many sides? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it means that this is a pentagonal pyramid. Pentagonal pyramid. Because a pentagon has got 5 sides. So that's why we call this a pentagonal pyramid. Now, for part D, what polygon do we have? Let's see how many sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So we know that a 6-sided polygon is called a hexagon. So this pyramid, we call it hexagonal pyramid. Hexagonal pyramid. Okay, now this will guide you to name other pyramids, because we don't only have these 4 pyramids, there are many other examples. But then to name that pyramid, first get to know what is the base of this pyramid, then you will be able to name it. Okay, now for our lesson of today, the main focus will be put on the volume of a pyramid. Now, we already looked at the volume of a prism. We know that volume of a prism is base area times height. Base area times height. For example, this is a triangular prism. So this being a triangular prism, it means that its volume will be the area of the base, which is a triangle. So it is a half times base times height. This is how to get the area of the triangle. Then we multiply it by its height, this height. So we have this height, then we have this height. Sometimes it is called the length for a triangular prism, just to differentiate between the height of the triangle and the height of the whole triangular prism. Now, if you get the, let me first remove this. Okay, if you get a triangular pyramid like this one in A and a triangular prism like this one in B, you make sure that the base is equal. Both bases are of the same size and the same shape. Then the height of the triangular pyramid, you make it equal to the height of a triangular prism. Then once you power water in the triangular pyramid and you go and power it in the triangular prism, you will see that you will have to do that 3 times. So in order to fill one triangular prism, we need 3 triangular pyramids of the same height and base. So this means that to get the volume of a pyramid, we need to get the volume of a prism, we divide it by 3. So it will be base area times height out of 3. You see that? Because in one triangular prism, we have to power there 3 triangular pyramids full of water in order for a triangular prism to get full to capacity. So therefore, it means that here the volume of the triangular pyramid will be 1/3 times base area times height. So this means that when we need to find the volume of a pyramid, we need to get the 1/3 then times the base area times the height. I get you have understood how we came up with that formula to find the volume of a pyramid. Let's now have an example. OABC is a triangular pyramid with base area. Get to note this, base area of 25 square centimeters and the height of 9 centimeters. Find the volume of the triangular pyramid. So, in order to find the volume, we must know the formula. So we are going to say that since this is a pyramid, then volume will be 1/3 times base area, then times height. Okay? Now, for this question, we have been told that the base area is 25 square centimeters. So this means that this base, it covers the area of 25 square centimeters. Okay? And now the height of this pyramid is 9 centimeters. Okay? Now that we know that the base area is 25 centimeters squared, and we know that the height is equal to 9 centimeters. Now we can find the volume. So we say that this will be 1/3 times the base area, which is 25, times the height, which is 9. So let's divide by 3, we get 1, by 3, we get 3, and we remain with 25 times 3. 25 times 3. And this means that we get 75 square centimeters cubed. Now, note that when we are finding the volume, we have got to say centimeters cubed, okay? Because we have to multiply 3 dimensions. So for base area, we already have centimeters squared. So then for the height, we have another centimeter. So we are going to get centimeters cubed. So that's why we have got to say centimeters cubed when we are finding the volume. I hope that is clearly understood. Now, we are going to have another example to understand this very well. So, assume that we need to find the volume of this pyramid. So, the first important thing is to know which formula am I supposed to use. So since I'm finding the volume, it means that the formula will be that volume is equal to a third times base area times height. Now, to know the base area, you must know what shape do you have at the base. You see? So we need to identify the base. So this is our base. Now, since we have 20 centimeters by 20 centimeters, it means that our base is a square. So we need to know what is area of a square. You understand that? We need to know area of a square. Base area will be area of a square because the square is our base. In other words, this is a square pyramid. Now, area of a square means side times side. So this means that I have 20 times 20, which will give me 400 square centimeters. Now that I have the base area, I will just multiply this base area by the height to get the volume. So volume will be a third times the base area, which is 400, times the height. Now, be careful here. We have the slant height, this one, which is 26.9 centimeters. But we have this height that is perpendicular to the base, which is 25. Now, the height that we must use when finding the volume of a pyramid, it is this height, not the slant height. Okay? So that's why we will multiply by 25. You see that? So if we get 400 times 25, we will get 10,000. And 10,000, we will divide it by 3. Let's get 10,000. And then we divide it by 3. So this will give us something like 3,333. 3,333.3 centimeters cubed. Okay, I hope you have understood that very, very clearly. Now, sometimes we may be told to find the height of the pyramid, you know, when we are given, let's say, volume. Look at this question. VPQRS is a rectangular pyramid. You know why it is a rectangular pyramid? It means that its base is a rectangle. You see, it is 30 meters by 20 meters. So it is a rectangle. That's why it is a rectangular pyramid. Where PQ is 30 centimeters, no. It is 30 meters and QR is 20 meters. Given that the volume of the pyramid is 7,000 cubic meters, find its height. You see that? Now, for this question, we have got the volume, you see, we have got the base, but we don't know this height. We don't know how high is it. Now, from the formula of getting the volume of a pyramid, we will be able to get the height. So this means that we are going to say that if we have a third times the base area times the height, then we come up with the volume. Okay, now what is the base area? We get area of a rectangle. Area of a rectangle means length times width. So it means that base area is 30 times 20, which means 600 meters squared. You see that? So let's go ahead. We say that, so a third times the base area, which is 600, times the height, we don't know that, is equal to the volume, which is 7,000 cubic meters. Okay, now we can divide by 3, we get 1, by 3, we get 200. So this means that we have got 200h, which is equal to 7,000. So we divide on both sides by 200. Okay, so that this 200 go with this 200 and we remain with h. So we can cancel these 2 zeros with these 2 zeros. We remain with 70 divided by 2, which is 35. So this means that h is 35. So therefore, the height is 35 meters. So I believe that you have understood how to do this kind of a problem. So we are going to stop from here for now, and we meet again next time to talk about the total surface area of a pyramid. Thank you and have a good day.